A no commentary version of this run can be found in the pinned comment in the comments section below. This video is intended as a game walkthrough. It is not a speedrun. All strategies in this video were made for efficiency and success rate. Please watch the entire video and listen carefully to the commentary before trying any of these strategies for yourself. Hello everyone. This is a no damage kill all playthrough of Resident Evil 1 on the PS1. This is the US longbox release.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
You haven't found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Joseph!
No! Don't go! Jill, run for that house!
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
What is this?
Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, Let me handle this. Stay alert.
A dining room. What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
We'll start by grabbing this emblem. As for this zombie, we're just not going to shoot him for obvious reasons. Oh wait, I forgot. This is a kill-all run. So it actually is going to count this first zombie. So a zombie isn't dead until there is a pool of blood coming from its body. I'll go into details about the differences between versions in a little bit. Just make sure you grab those bullets.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being. Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time, I'll be there.
This is also a segmented run, so I'm grabbing some ink ribbons. So the US long box version, the differences in the US long box version are as follows. There's only one difficulty level, that's just normal. It's more difficult than the original Japanese release, which you would have played if you played Resident Evil Director's Cut standard difficulty. So it's about like 1.5 times harder, And on top of that, there's no auto-aim either. Also, enemies do 1.5 times as much damage to you, but that's not really relevant, being that the idea here is to not take any hits, so, you know. Before we continue on, just gonna take the map of the first floor. If a zombie's on the ground like that, best course of action is to just knife it, at least early game. So because we don't have auto-aim, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and face the window so that when the dog comes through, we waste as little time as possible getting the dog in our sights. And then we can just run up to it, just like keep aiming down, shooting it, keep stunning it backwards. Just make sure you premeditate your aim before you raise your gun, pull the trigger. So there we go. Easy peasy. Scariest part of the game, done. There's multiple event routes in Resident Evil 1 for Jill's scenario, but we're going to do the, you know, the one where Barry says the thing, so gonna go in here, grab the shotgun, and trigger the Jill sandwich cutscene.
Hey, what's going on?
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down.
Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Now that we got the shotgun is going to be our bread and butter. We're just going to skate right past these zombies over here. And then we're going to equip the shotgun right over here. And apparently missed the first shot, but that's okay. That's okay. Don't gotta worry about it. Next up, we're gonna drop the knife, the first aid spray, the ink ribbon, and take the 2 clips, handgun magazines from the box, so we get as much ammo as possible. We're gonna skate up to this guy, blow his brains out. Pretty straightforward. Basically, we're just using the shotgun precisely where it is easiest. Or precisely where there are zombies directly in our way, according to our route.
Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa! This hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
So because we went and did the Jill Sandwich event route, Barry appears in the main hall and gives us these acid rounds. If our inventory is full, he will not give them to us. Also going to wait until later to grab the grenade launcher. Next, we're going to push the statue. The zombie will be directly in the way. We can resume pushing after his death animation is finished, because his collision box is still active. So next up, equipping the handgun over here. Scooting past the first guy, although really it was still kind of risky to do that. You have a very high chance of not actually getting hit by either of these zombies. But, I don't know, sometimes things can go awry, and the puke will hit you anyway. If a zombie is on a... is like in specific rooms in specific areas, where there's like a stairway and a railing, zombies actually cannot grab and bite you on specific screens. They can only vomit on you. And the second floor west stairway is one such room where that can happen. Just bear in mind that there is a chance that if you do that, they can actually get you. Running past the zombies in the first floor west stairway is actually not so bad. We can just run directly to the plant. Use the chemical. Next, going to run into the Keeper's room so that we can read the first document in this game, which is the Keeper's Diary. There's another clip on the bed, just in case we don't have ammo for the big jump scare. Oh no. So we got another 7 shells, easy peasy. By the way, please feel free to pause the video to read these pages. I do pick up all the files in this run. Basically, I decided to redo the other Jill kill-all run that I had in RE1, but this time do it without taking damage. You know, just for presentation's sake. But I also finished another one for Chris, also on the US Longbox version. The original plan when I did that Jill run was actually to do Jill on the US Longbox version and do Chris on the US Saturn version. But at the time, Yawn proved to be a particularly large roadblock. And I just like wasn't feeling like grinding it out. Actually, wait, no. That's wrong. That's incorrect. Because when I was planning on doing kill-all runs, I actually wasn't planning on... I wasn't planning on not taking damage originally. I was just trying to do them without saving. But I don't know, just doing it as Chris just kind of annoyed the crap out of me, you know? So I just, like, did all these other games no damage instead. And I decided to revisit it, this time segmented, so... We'll see if that gives me motivation to actually, like, do kill-all runs for other Resident Evil games, other scenarios, you know, just give me an excuse to keep playing some RE for you guys. So after picking up the gold emblem, just use the regular emblem, go back to the main hall, use the gold emblem. At the time of this recording, I also have quite a lot going on, so I'm just like going through the nice big backlog of footage that I recorded. And I'm just going to try to commentate everything. Just like try to release it when I can. I have to have at least like, what, 3-4 no damage runs that I need to commentate that I just like never got around to. Before we head upstairs, we're going to go into this room because we can just kill these guys and use the lockpick to get some more shotgun shells. Another clip. Another zombie. Well, we're going to take out the zombie in this room first. I decided to just go take out that one first because I was already facing that direction. We don't have our knife on us, so... Gonna do the next best thing, which is cap the shit out of him with a handgun. Next up, gonna rush this guy. Blam, because we're already facing him. Very, very, you know, this isn't a speed run, but if there's like silly little things for me to do to save time, then I'm going to. Because it's just better to just like kind of cut down the overall length of the video. Especially if there's no reason to make it longer. So we're going to head over to Richard next. I'm actually waiting on picking up the grenade launcher until much, much later.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous? Oh no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
So on the way back to Richard, we're going to clear the remainder of the first floor west area. Start by picking up the shield key. Next up, we're going to decapitate this guy so that we can use the blue jewel, get one of the crests. Eliminate this guy over here. He was never a threat to begin with. I think that zombie is only a threat when you're playing as Chris and you have an extra zombie to deal with. Before we go into the save room, we're going to make a quick pit stop in here. Use the armor key. And take these shotgun shells here. And there's no reason to grab the broken shotgun. It is not necessary as Jill. We'll definitely take those handgun bullets. Fortunately, zombies do tend to make beelines towards you in general, which makes scoring headshots with a shotgun quite easy. Just be mindful of the camera angles, especially if you have bad depth perception like myself. Put the acid rounds away, and the wind crest away to be able to make room for the serum. We'll also take these ink ribbons here, put those away. The more ink ribbons, the better. When I recorded this segment, I actually had no idea how many saves I would make. Generally, whenever I go into a segmented run like this, I have no idea how many segments I'm going to make. And I just, like, kind of save whenever I feel is particularly risky, or if I just, like, can't, like, hold together a particular part of the route. after a certain amount of practice, because usually whenever I do segmented runs, the idea is to make a video, not really to challenge myself so much, I guess. But let's just put it this way, because of the fact that there is no auto-aim in the US Longbox version, I would never do this kill all, no save, no damage. I could certainly do the PC version, or like the Japanese version, maybe. Because it is possible to unlock the US version difficulty by simply playing the game in New Game Plus on the Japanese version. I'll take the bazooka here next. So these crows pretty much just respawn. Gonna exit and re-enter and equip the shotgun, because there is a setup to be able to kill them all exactly once. Actually, I wasn't gonna equip the shotgun, I lied. There's only 3 crows, so you can kill all 3 of them by simply sitting in that corner and just like aiming kind of close towards the screen.
Here's the serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it. I'm...
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
Before we go to Yawn, we're just going to headshot that zombie right there with the shotgun. And we will reload the handgun. Because I actually am going to kill Yawn here. So here's the plan. Wait for Yawn to hiss, and then we're going to run to grab the moon crest, right? We're going to run over here, and we are going to aim down whenever we see Yawn moving off screen. If we hear him like hissing a bunch, then that's when we aim at shoulder height, because that's when he's raised his head. Now that he's over here, we're just going to keep aiming down, we're just going to keep shooting. Heard the clicks, so decided to manually reload. And now that we're on the other side here, Yawn's come back out. And we just beat him in the nick of time, because Yawn just like poked his head out right as he was at like 0 HP. So yeah, as you can see, it's not terribly difficult to cheese Yawn there, but if you try to fight Yawn in a quote-unquote fair fight, he is going to hit you. So while Richard is here, while we were at Richard, I should say, pick up a clip over here. Then next we're going to go into the armor puzzle room over here. Grab the next crest. Honestly, I have no idea which crest is which, except for the moon crest. The crests are all the same to me. I just enumerate the number of crests that I have in my head whenever I go to any of these crest puzzle rooms. So that's, okay, the sun crest would be crest number 3. And before we move on, gonna read the botany book about medicinal herbs. Quick heady for that one, and then we're going to unlock the door here. Before we exit the mansion, we're going to backtrack a little bit, grab some items, and our inventory is full right now, so we got to dump some of this stuff off. Armor key for now. Also the ink ribbon. But this is also a good time to save the game here. I swapped out the ink ribbon for the armor key. So that way we can use the armor key, get it out of our inventory. Also go take on a singular enemy that we could miss. Well, a singular room of enemies, I should say. But really, it's just 2 dogs. So once we're in here, we can take out these first 3 crows with 1 shotgun shell. Then we will stand at the corner over here, wait for the crows to land, because that's their one weakness, is they are very bad at turning. except when they're on the ground. There's 6 crows total in here, but if you take advantage of that, you can generally wait for the crows to fall to the ground and then just shoot them while they're on the ground. So the solution to the puzzle is as follows: a picture of a newborn baby, picture of an infant, picture of a lively boy, picture of a young man, picture of a tired middle-aged man, and a picture of a bold-looking old man. Also, this translation, "Give me the peace of death and I'll give you the joy of life." I don't think it was in the original Japanese version, actually. I think it's unique to the English version. Even though I'm pretty sure the Japanese version just like straight up says "end of life." Funny enough. But that particular dialogue box is unique to the US long box version and the US Saturn version. Not particularly noteworthy, but just kind of a funny observation. It's like they had a perfectly good translation, I guess, but I suppose that would have also... just... What was I even gonna say? I'm sorry, I'm tired. Don't listen to me. Not particularly noteworthy, just funny to note, I guess. Moving on. So, yeah, we put in the crests. You just push these steps so that we can reach the shelves up here. Grab the crank. Next up. More dogs. If you pop off a shot, or just kind of initiate any attack animation with any gun at all, even if you cancel it, the dogs will aggro. They will dash towards you.
This is Brad. Stars Alpha Team. Please respond. What the hell? Is nobody out there?
Brad, this is Jill.
This is Brad. Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Anybody answer me. This is
Brad?
Brad.
Brad!
So that call only plays... You're only able to do that radio call with Brad if you kill the zombie dogs in this area, of which there are only 2. The snakes in this area respawn infinitely. So this is one of the only rooms that I do not count as far as killing every enemy is concerned. I find that even killing like an arbitrary number of snakes is just kind of pointless. By the way, you can walk, and the dogs won't aggro. The reason why I went next to the waterfall was so that I could trigger the camera angle change and check the position of the other dog. But as usual, the best thing to do is to just wedge yourself in a corner where dogs are just not going to get behind you, and then just like try to cap them one at a time. Nice and easy. Because that dog was pretty far away, I didn't want to rush it to finish it off quicker. If there is any chance that the dog will skip its growl animation and attack me immediately, then I don't want to take it. In general, though, Jill is super easy. Super easy character to play in general. These spiders over here, what we're going to do is we are going to run under them, and running under the spiders will aggro them. And once we do that, we're going to get behind this pool table and just take them out nice and easy. Thing is, though, spiders don't have a kill sound, so we actually can't like properly gauge when they are dead. Just know that if you put too many bullets into a spider, its egg sac will rupture, and you'll have to deal with baby spiders, which can cause damage to you. Spiders turn scary fast, though, which is crazy. Yeah, that spood right there is giving us the runaround. I thought there was a chance the spider might be dead. But no, I was still alive, so just had to loop it around. I have to just run around, loop it. Instead of just like running straight back. Because if I just ran straight back, there was a much higher chance that the spider would just like turn around and hit me or something stupid. So it's just easier to run around the table in order to get it to face a different direction before running back behind the pool table. Once we get in here, there's going to be 2 zombies next to the red book. We'll decapitate them both. We'll take the red book, the shotgun shells in the drawer, and then we'll go in here, drain the bath water, and get the control room key. Oh, right. Earlier I forgot to mention, you need to push the hawk statue over the hole in the ground. Otherwise, one of Plant 42's tentacles is going to grab you and choke you out, which also causes damage. Also, the bees in here respawn infinitely. Depending on the route you run, you will encounter Barry in completely different places. And this room over here is one such place where you would encounter Barry. If you encounter Barry in here, though, then he will not assist you during the Plant 42 fight. Decapitate that zombie and get some more handgun bullets. We'll use the lockpick over here. Take the shotgun shells. And pick up the Plant 42 report. So after pushing these shelves and going down into the basement area over here, we're going to push this box over here close to the edge. And the idea is to just make a bridge. So obviously it comes down to just the order you push the boxes. First two boxes you can just push into the water, but the third box you just have to push it in such a way that you get it off the wall so that you have more agency over where to push it. By the way, once you get into the Aqua Ring room, you want to run towards Jill's right so that you trigger this cutscene. If you run around the opposite direction, then the sharks will just ambush you and grab you without warning. There's a couple more handgun magazines in here. 2 more boxes of shotgun shells. And then on our way out, we can shoot the sharks. It's like 1 or 2 bullets each. And then make our way back into the area with the wasps. So once we come in here, we'll take this white book, V-Jolt report. Then we will use this other red book in order to reveal this hidden door, which will take us to Plant 42. But before we do that, I decided to mix up the V-Jolt. And the solution to the puzzle is Jill is 3, 4, 5, I think. I don't remember if this puzzle is random or not on the PlayStation version. I mean, it's kind of inconsequential, being that you don't ever go into this room in a speedrun anyway. So it's like you don't have to focus on like doing it fast. So really you can just punch a bunch of random buttons and eventually the puzzle will solve itself. Anyhow, we're going to grab 3 empty bottles and we're going to fill a bottle with 2. We'll fill a bottle with 4. We'll mix those 2 together to get yellow 6. And then we'll put 1, which is water, and 2 in another. And then we will combine 1 and 2 to make 3. We're not going to mix it with the 6. We're going to mix the 3 with a 4 to get 7. The solution to all this, by the way, is sitting on the wall over there. So you can just read the wall. It's just a simple addition puzzle. 7 and 6 makes 13. Put another water in, which is 1. Put another U and B2 in. Then we'll mix 1 and 2 and then we mix 13 and 3, and we got V-Jolt. So if you mix the V-Jolt, you actually get to skip a phase on Plant 42. It makes the boss quote-unquote weaker, but really not much weaker, if anything. There's another map right there, but I don't know. I don't really find said map to be quite so necessary. I think that the maps function in Resident Evil 1 is actually quite bad, just specifically because it tells you what room you're in, but not where in the room you are in. So it kind of makes the map a slightly arbitrary function in this particular release of Resident Evil. And next up, we're going to drop off the crank and the 2 empty bottles, and take the bazooka with us. Also going to drop off the Beretta and the clip. Take the ink ribbon. The reason why we're saving here is because no auto-aim. Plant 42 has a little bit more HP. If this were any other version of the game, you could just auto-aim towards him, aim up, and just kill him in a few shots. But we don't have that luxury here, so gotta be careful. Just gonna save the game now. So continuing from just before Plant 42, we're going to try to not push that statue so Plant 42 strangles us. Good job, past Carci. Good job. We're going to duck into this bathroom over here, and we are going to kill this zombie so that we can get these flame rounds. Flame rounds are super good against Plant 42, but I actually prefer to save them for the chimeras in the lab. So being that this is the long box version of the game, we can't kill Plant 42 in just 3 explosive rounds. And there's also the possibility that some of our shots might miss. I'm actually still not entirely sure what causes that. It's like, is Plant 42's hitbox its bulb or like the tentacles? I'm starting to think it might be the tentacles. Didn't have to take too many rounds though. But just make sure you pause cancel in between your shots with the shotgun so that you can recover and start running again.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
This is Brad. I know you can't answer me, but somehow, give me a phone.
This is Jill. Brad? Oh, it's broken.
I equipped the acid rounds. In the menu I used the radio so that I would have them ready whenever I go to fight the hunters. Depending on the damage variables, hunters in the long box version generally do die in one shot. Sometimes they might take a second shot. If that happens, you want to pull out your shotgun and finish them off that way. But in general, for hunters, best course of action for Jill is pop off an acid round and just finish off with a shotgun. Got pretty lucky with these hunters, though. So next we'll take the shells. These acid rounds over here. We do got to drop off some ammunition because our inventory is jammed. Basically, we want to have a clean inventory, save for the shotgun, the shells, the grenade launcher, the acid rounds, and the helmet key. It's best to have 3 inventory slots free at this point in the game. I keep the shotgun equipped here because I want to aggro these hunters. I prefer to aggro them both at the same time, so that way they crowd at the top of the stairs. Fortunately, in this version of the game, they can't climb stairs. So we group them together. Then we just get to shoot them to death with a shotgun. Efficient, safe. Not a bad deal. Gotta pick up this lighter here, though, because I forgot it before. This lighter is going to be essential for getting more acid rounds, which we need to take on the vast majority of the hunters in the game. Also, this room over here, there's some grenade rounds behind the shelf, but before that we're going to read the researcher's will. I think that file, whether the file is the long version of the file or the short version of the file, depends on how many rooms you go through. But basically you just have to beat Barry to that room, and you get to read the full file before the first half of the letter gets ripped off. So if you want to read it, get the armor key and go directly to that room. That hunter took 2 acid rounds he shouldn't have. If we go this direction, no hunters populate the area. Completely safe. Richard is gone, though. One rule to remember when dealing with hunters is that hunters always attack with their left claw. So if you run to your character's subjective left, then you're able to dodge most attacks from hunters. That is to say, run clockwise in respect to the hunters. After we light the candle, we can push that shelf and get these acid rounds. Next, we're going to head towards Yawn and defeat Yawn. In the US long box version, it takes 5 acid rounds. We can also get this map over here. But when you're playing as Jill, you have literally nothing to worry about with Yawn. You just raise your gun, shoot 4 times, just directly in front. Just hold R1 to buffer, just like while the cutscene is happening. Just literally hold R1 during the cutscene. And when the cutscene is done, just keep mashing the button until you fire 4 times. And then turn to the right and shoot Yawn the 5th time. Yawn will never even get close to you, as you're about to see. Fucking goddammit, wrong keyboard. Great.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry!
So while we're waiting for Barry, we are going to just hit the switch and wait.
Hey! Are you there, Jill? Grab the rope! I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
So what we just got from Barry will allow us to enter the second floor east side of the mansion a different way. Well, west side, excuse me. The second floor west side a different way. There's 2 zombies down here. There's 1 zombie there, and going to just stand right here, wait for this zombie. There's 7 more shells here. Basically, it's yet another door that Jill gets to open that Chris doesn't. Always thought it was kind of weird that Chris has to go through the underground path, but Jill doesn't. It's like Jill doesn't even have to go down this area at all. But you'd have to deal with a crap ton more hunters. So, getting past this zombie, I'm pretty sure is something only Jill can do easily. You just hug the right-hand side of the wall and just try not to touch the zombie. Wait till you get to the corner, then go to the left. So this zombie over here is commonly known as Super Zombie. Super Zombie takes a stupid number of bullets to kill, at least on a range difficulty, but in the US long box version, it just seems 1 shotgun shell is enough to decapitate him. But next up, we're going to fire 1 acid round and wait for this guy to froggy hop towards us. He didn't die from the acid round, so I decided to guess, and I guessed right. He didn't jump. I'm glad he didn't jump. So this one also pops out. He went down, so now we gotta bait out the jump. If you shoot a hunter from behind, it won't jump over any of your shots, so use with that information what you will. Oh no. There we go. That worked out. And this one, I'm just gonna arc acid round over. Actually, I take that back. Shotgun shells don't always finish off the hunter. I think it takes like 1 or 2 shotgun shells on long box version. But yeah, this is like one of the big killers of long box version, being that you don't have any auto aim to deal with these guys. Yeah, you can see that hunter is not jumping at all. I'm not sure if that's because he's near stairs and it would like mess up some of the animations or what, but in any case, I was able to just keep tagging him in the back because he wasn't facing directly at us. I think he only tries to read your buttons if he's like looking directly at you. Actually, it's not even like reading buttons either. It's just more like if he's looking at you, he'll jump. And now we're seeing that there might be some kind of inkling that there might be a traitor in our midst. Before we leave, though, grab these shotgun shells and one more magnum round, if we can find it in the dark. I do apologize for how dark the video is. I have no idea why it was so dark on capture, but I'll try to see what I can do about fixing it in post. Hopefully by the time the video hits YouTube, it'll look a little better. Before we head up to the west side second floor, using the key code that was next to the room we were just in where we got the red jewel, we are going to use said red jewel we're going to take the Colt Python, which is also another very good gun to use against hunters. But I personally like it better for zombies and the Tyrant, honestly. We'll end this segment over here. Drop the lighter, take the ink ribbon. Deliberating if there's anything else that I needed to put away. But maybe not yet. Probably that realization that I still had explosive rounds. Yep. Still having second thoughts? Nope. Good job, Past Carcy. You did it. By the time I actually got around to doing this segment, it's pretty solid set of gear. We're about to get 24 explosive rounds after all is said and done here. So the zombies have, ironically resorted to cannibalism in this mansion. Which is kind of funny to think about. Battery to the elevator is in here. We'll take these 2 explosive rounds. We'll exit into the hallway here. Decapitate these two guys. There will be a zombie waiting for us as soon as we enter the double doors. We'll go directly to the right of the double doors, well, Jill's right of the double doors, and take these magnum rounds. And that realization that there's just literally no other windows facing that courtyard in the whole mansion. Yeah, from the outside it sure looks like there's a lot of windows and whatnot. In this room over here, there is a very how do I describe these? Yeah, this puzzle's completely brain dead. You just push the statue into the corner and then boom, you get the Mo disc. Which is one of the items necessary, or one of 3 Mo discs that is necessary to rescue Chris from his cell. Quick pause, make sure I got everything. How barren the walls are in this room, but in Resident Evil Remake, that whole hallway is one that you visit, like, quite a number of times. So it should be noted that hunters actually cannot jump in here. They can be knocked back, but they can't jump. So, use that to our advantage. Also, please, 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 for the love of God, make sure you keep your grenade launcher loaded if you're going to be using the grenade launcher in here. Don't be like past Carcy and leave only like 2 in the chamber. Because if I dry-clicked on that second hunter there, I would have been back to the title screen again. All that's left for Mansion 2 is to clear out the first floor east side, and before we do that, we got one more hunter next to the special closet. He's not facing directly towards us. But So we're able to take advantage of that. Somebody in chat asks, "Are you sure about that? My memory is fuzzy, but I'm sure I had seen them jump before." I'm pretty sure they can't jump on the second floor dining room, but I believe it might be the side closer to the door. I believe it was Matt who told me that, but I could be wrong. These spiders over here, they're pretty aggressive. That second spider, I think he dropped down to the ground because I aggroed the first spider. Basically, we just want to camp where they're going to land, and then when they drop, we can just shoot them. They're not like Resident Evil 2 or 3 spiders where they can attack from the ceiling. Yeah, well, that guy is like just screaming at us, trying to be intimidating. We're just going to pop him from around the corner because he is locked into that animation and he cannot jump. Zombies repopulate this room over here, so there's 3 of them. And before we exit and take care of courtyard B1, we're going to go to the save room here, gear up, and save our game. At this point, we have more than enough ammunition of the Magnum variety to just let that carry us through the catacombs. So Hunter over here, we are going to just run behind him and aim down and smack him in the butt a couple of times. Basically, as long as you run behind him and you're aiming down and turning, and you hit him once, you can basically just follow up with a second shot and it'll just kill him. It's about the only reasonable trick I have found for dealing with hunters without auto-aim as Jill. Unfortunately, no dogs we gotta worry about this time around. Pretty straightforward. Just put the battery in the slot and turn the crank. So because we waited for Barry to come back with a rope, we're going to encounter him again in the catacombs here.
Oh, Jill, what good timing. A moment ago I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry. Hey, are you all right? I can go first if you want me to.
Oh, yes, please. I'm a little nervous.
I understand. It may be more dangerous if you come behind me. Be careful.
Barry?
That was too close. Let's go together.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry.
So it should be noted that as long as you say yes, you will go with Barry down here, Barry will live. Otherwise, he will die pretty much immediately.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Wait there! Are you with anybody, Jill?
What? Oh, yes.
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella.
Enrico!
Well, we know Barry didn't kill Enrico. After we get the hex crank, once we head into the previous room, the shaft, We're going to do exactly what we did last time. Just get behind the hunter, aim down, boom, boom. Basically, the idea is to make them commit to an attack that they are going to completely waste, and we spank them for it. We punish them for their mistake. It's going to be one hunter down here once we come through here. I came through that door specifically because the hunter attacks with its left hand, and that angle sets me up pretty much perfectly. He didn't go down in a second grenade round, so I had to finish him off with the Cult Python. Oh shit. I may have missed 2 hunters here. Oh crap. Ah, whatever. Yeah, if you go back in that direction, there's 2 more hunters that you can kill. Maybe I turned back around and killed them, I don't remember. This is a pretty long segment. Hopefully past Carcy didn't pull a past Carcy, but anyway. We use the crank, turn the thing, and run up to this boulder, then run away from the boulder, and it makes another hole. Just remember, holding down and right when that first shot connects, it's good enough. But now I'm down to 0 grenade rounds, meaning we can actually switch our ammunition and use the flame rounds. Using the flame rounds here will allow us to kill Black Tiger very quickly. So what I'm doing is I'm running around, and there's basically a blind spot where Black Tiger's AI will just completely stop. And there it is. He stopped again. So then I was able to spank him. And we gotta wait for the music to stop, because if we exit while Black Tiger is in the middle of its death animation... Yeah, I had to wait for the sack to burst, actually, and for all the baby spiders to run out. That's what I did. But, it is possible to, quote-unquote, kill Black Tiger, but then if you exit and re-enter the room, Black Tiger will still be alive. So you have to wait until the end of that death animation. So next, we're going to go to the item box and we're going to put away the crank, take the shotgun, take the flame rounds, putting away the Cult Python and getting the Doom Book. I don't know, Pascarcy, did you go back and kill those hunters? Nah, you didn't. Of course you didn't. Pass Carcy, you fucking scumbag piece of shit. Can't believe it. Anyway, we're gonna turn this crank 3 times. Then we're going to trigger this boulder and then run into the room that we can now access because we turned the cave. I'm actually not really sure what to even call that. Turned the tunnel? But yeah, we just want to turn the crank to push that statue out, and then push the statue on the lightly colored floor there. And then we are going to get the other Doom book. Then we're going to run behind where the boulder was and get the second Mo disc. Alright, pass Carcy, moment of truth. Did you fuck up? Did you fuck up? Yeah, you fucked up. Okay. Well, I guess this isn't totally a kill-all run. Excuse me. That's too bad. Oh well. Yeah, kill all, except for a few hunters. Oopsies, sorry. Honestly, I'm probably not going to do any more kill all runs after these two Resident Evil 1 runs I just did, because it really is a massive pain in the ass to keep track of all the enemies that you've killed and whatnot. And then having to go over the video again and make sure you killed all of them. Ugh. Yeah, the save files for this run are long gone, so I can't go and redo it. So here we're gonna take out the Mo disc and put away the other crank. We're just gonna start decapitating zombies. There's a lot of zombies to decapitate here. Well, not this hallway, but this circular-shaped hallway downstairs. Just trying to angle myself so that I can definitively tell the space where I am aiming. It's one of the things about playing without auto-aim is you have to position yourself exactly right. I mean, playing without auto-aim is actually kind of fun, if I'm being honest. I just don't think I want to do kill all again. Just, you know. I guess I just kind of felt I guess I just kind of felt like I should have finished a kill all run for both Chris and Jill, and I just decided to make it no damage on top of it. Just because I did that one kill all run a really long time ago. That was like single segment, but not without damage. And it did really well, and, you know, thought I'd do a couple more, but... Anyway. Login is John, password is Ada. And then once we hit B2, there is a second password. And that one is Mole. But yeah, I don't know. In spite of missing a whole 2 hunters and choosing to still title the video Kill All, I mean, it's not like there's a freaking governing body telling me, like, you know, what my run is or isn't, but I can tell you that the intent was to kill everything. And I missed a couple, but I digress. I just hope you enjoy this video in spite of that. Anyway. I killed all but 2 enemies. Because I forgot 2 of them. But every time we come back into this hallway, it repopulates with 4 zombies, maybe like, what, 2, 3 times? But eventually we will come into this hallway and there will no longer be any zombies populating the hallway. We're going to come back up here and we're going to get the 3rd Modisc. Once we come in here, there's going to be another file on the wall over here. The security system. Before we grab that key, watch the slideshow. No! know, now that I think about it, before this game, were there very many subplots where you get betrayed? By, like, the leader of your team in video games? I'm not sure. Ah, that one got a little far away. I gotta wait for him to get closer. There we go. We're almost out of shotgun shells, but that's okay, because we are almost out of zombies to kill. I believe there's an ink ribbon in that hole in the bottom right of the screen there as well. Oh yeah, I forgot. Metal Gear for MSX. And even like Metal Gear for the NES. That one's a pretty big one. Because Big Boss is the bad guy. So I guess Metal Gear did it before Resident Evil. But yeah, so we ducked into the save room there, grabbed the flame rounds, and we are going to wait for this first guy to show up. But in general, I think it's better to just like kind of wait for them to fall to the ground. You can pretty much dodge all of their attacks on the ceiling as long as you just like make space and you just move backwards. But I just want him to get down to the ground, man. But why won't he? There we go. Well, he actually like spaced out exactly enough for us to do that. Chimeras actually have some pretty weird iframes as well, so I'm not really sure how to navigate that. Oh, plot twist. That's the word I was looking for. Plot twist. Man, right there, I actually had like two choices. I could either get hit by the Chimera for a chance to shoot him, or I could just go through the door and come back and not get hit. It's like really tough to get these guys off the ceiling. So we'll use the first modisc here and get the Bible verse. And I have no idea what I did there. But he just like kept jumping forward. I was kind of trying to find places where I could just like turn around and intercept him when he came to me. And I guess I kind of accomplished my goal, just not in the way I was thinking with that one. before we go to fight the Tyrant, we're going to ditch the shotgun, and we're going to take the Magnum and the Magnum rounds. We're going to have more than enough to be able to deal with both forms of the Tyrant.
Jill! Jill! You're here too!
Yes, you're here too?
Look, I lost my way.
Let's get going. Wesker?
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mentioned mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the Tyrant.
Oh! Barry!
Sorry, Jill.
How is your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill!
Yes, what?
Do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for Stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right. Let's go then. Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
But we can't let it live. That must be the computer for monitoring this creature. Damn you!
It can't control what it does.
So the Tyrant takes 6 Colt Python rounds to take down. I prefer the Colt Python over the grenade launcher or anything else, just simply because of how easy it is to hit him with the Python compared to projectile-based weapons.
Barry? Barry! You're alive!
I'm really embarrassed. I was clumsy.
Let's get going. What happened to Wesker?
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers
Wesker must have set it off.
take cover.
There's not much time left for us.
Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and Rob should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and Rob should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
So there's several things that we can do in the laboratory before we go to fight the Super Tyrant. First of which is rescue Chris.
All researchers and Rob should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
I usually like to get into the center here to break up these boxes.
Has now been activated. All researchers and Rob should take cover immediately.
Then I like to push the boxes
Unlock all rooms
over the vents before we push the stairs. Because if we don't, then poison gas will flood the room. It's a pretty simple puzzle overall, just get all the pushable stuff in the nice big area, don't hit any walls. Just do as I do here and you will be fine.
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all
Here's the last Magnum rounds we can grab in the game. But we got a lot of Magnum rounds. This will be fine.
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards.
So because the chimeras can't jump on the ceiling here, all we gotta do is just run around them. Their front attack is really slow, so it's actually really easy to just get behind them. But because this one is directly running after me, I wanted to try to get him around a corner so that he'd stop chasing me. Or at least get myself into a position where I could fight back while he was turning.
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering
4 zombies in here, and our final file
all
is in this little nook over here.
should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated.
After we use the final modus, we get our final verse of the Bible that we need to be able to open the door and rescue Chris. Of course, there's multiple bits of dialogue, well, multiple dialogue possibilities, depending on whether you talk to him before the Tyrant or after the Tyrant.
The triggering system has now been activated.
Oh, Jill!
Oh, Chris! So you're okay!
Yeah, you too! What happened to Wesker?
Let's talk about it later. Let's get out of here!
Let's go!
Three more zombies spawn at the top of the stairs here. Obviously, fuck them. We're gonna make our way back to the power area. And now we are going to answer that very question that Chris asked a second ago. What happened to Wesker? There's no loud noises here, but there's also no chimeras. Well, except for that one. Standing over Wesker's dead body. What a miserable death. But yeah, before Code Veronica, Wesker canonically dies. And with that, now we can run back to the save room, save our game, get ready to fight the Super Tyrant. There's our last ink ribbon.
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Let's go!
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Hurry!
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately.
This is Brad.
This battery is just here so that you are forced to have an inventory slot free for the signal rocket and the rocket launcher.
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
Oh no! You must be kidding! After we've come all the way here!
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
But Chris!
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Okay, I leave it up to you. See you again at the heliport.
Gotta make sure we got our Cult Python equipped. But I believe that the safer strategy is simply not using the Cult Python and just dodging around the Tyrant. I can explain how that works though. So basically we just gotta run around for roughly a minute. We're just gonna, you know, stutter step and wait for the Tyrant to do something, and in this case, whenever he like swings his claw outward, like that means he's about to do like a running dash, and unless we get directly next to him and force him to run circles around us, like this, then he is going to hit us. But yeah, you basically run towards the hand that is not the claw, just like his regular hand, and just like get to the side of that, and eventually he'll like try to attack and miss. But there's two ways to win this fight. You either let it time out or you shoot the Tyrant, but shooting the Tyrant is actually pretty ill-advised in the long box version, I would say. It only takes like a little bit of ammo to kill him in the other versions, but for this one, because we actually have to deal with manual aiming on top of dealing with his antics. It's not safe.
It's coming! Jill! Kill that monster! You're our Amazon, Jill!
Run up to him again. Whoosh. Take the rocket launcher. Equip the rocket launcher. Kind of manually aim towards him and try to get him to run in a straight line towards us, and he's done. That was a kill-all run of Resident Evil 1 on the US Longbox version as Jill, without taking any damage. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I have other no damage videos of Resident Evil and other game series on my YouTube channel. Go check them out. I do this full time, so also check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Carcinogensda. That's where I record all of these runs or all of these segments, depending on the run. And yeah, if you feel the need to support my bad challenge run habit, you can do so on my Patreon at patreon.com/Carcinogensda. I don't really have any rewards at the moment, but you know, if you just like want to throw $1 or something my way, I appreciate it. At the time of this recording, I have also finished a Chris kill all no damage playthrough on the US Longbox version, so I will be commentating that and uploading that pretty soon. But in any case, thank you all for watching, and see you next video. And remember, YouTube, you are fine just the way you are. Because this was finished in under 3 hours, we also unlocked the rocket launcher. And a closet with an extra costume for Jill.